How do we know what we know? So that is the focus of an area of study called epistemology. Basically, our knowledge about knowledge, like what we think about knowledge and what it means to know something. There are lots of different ways that people know things. Sometimes they rely on outside sources, like an expert that's telling them something. Sometimes they rely on things that they can see. And specifically, my research is looking at how epistemic thinking relates to researcher identity. That relates to epistemic thinking. You're thinking about knowledge. You're not just believing something because it's written down. You're not just taking somebody else's word for it. We think it's important to be able to take what students see as important to building their ways of knowing and their ways of thinking in their discipline and translate it from the research lab into regular classrooms and regular labs. And that sense of sort of curiosity and wonder and interest in the unknown that often is lacking in our classes. It's kind of hard to instill that into a classroom and infuse the classroom with that kind of excitement. The same kind of excitement that students experience in a research lab or research environment. So I think that's why educators would benefit from thinking about what are we doing with students that sort of mimics the kinds of things, the ways that they're going about dealing with knowledge that they do in a research environment. How can we translate that into the classroom? We didn't want to just look at one university, one way of doing it. So, this research was conducted by a team of people that are at 3 different institutions. So we held a series of workshops and we had educators come and we explained our model of researcher identity and how that relates to knowledge building. So not only were we helping them to build ideas about what to do in their classrooms, but they were helping us build ideas about how to present our research. So why would students care about the work that we're doing on researcher identity? There are 2 reasons. One is you can actually seek out opportunities to do research in your field as a way of kind of making that degree your own. Your experience is individual. This is something that's kind of unique and it would set you apart after you graduate. The other thing is this is information that you could use in your field, that ability to really ask questions that kind of poke at what we're assuming is right. Being a scientist or being a researcher takes on lots of different forms. The other thing that we grappled with as we're studying this process of building researcher identity, it's very fluid. There's times that students really feel like researchers, and then there are other times that they definitely do not feel like researchers. Curiosity is one of those things that drives student motivation to learn. If you're carrying a sense of curiosity about something with you, you're not going to just be satisfied by, some pat answer or just like read the notes or read the syllabus, it's in there. It's like if you're curious about something, you're going to seek out more information and you're going to seek an understanding of that.